Now you just want to cheat because she's putting up all these barriers and you just want to like break through the barriers. Same thing with the possessive jealous guy. People just want to break through the barriers. Nobody wants to feel trapped or locked in. So they seek the thrill of cheating. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your bro with a God. Today, I'm talking about cheating. Now, when it comes to cheating, there are 4 types of cheaters. You have the ones who's fed up. That means people who are fed up with the issues, fed up with the arguments. They're just fed up and they don't have the balls to end things and just keep it going just straight out of convenience and comfort. Then you got the vengeful people, right? These are the people that have been hurt by somebody in the past. They've been cheated on, or you cheated on them and they still stuck with you, so they cheat out of revenge. Then you got the people who play with house money. What I mean by that? Like, let's say if you do FanDuel or you gamble or anything like that, and let's say the casino or the app gives you a no sweat bet, basically money to gamble with. Now, when you get free money to gamble with, what do? You usually go for riskier gambles. And it's the same thing with people that play with house money. Some people in their relationship, that's when they go for what they feel is the better sexual options, the higher sexual options, right? Because they don't care, because they already have someone taking care of their needs. Then you have the thrill seekers, all right? What I mean by a thrill seeker? A thrill seeker is just somebody who gets a thrill just out of seeing they could get away with it. Like, they just cheat to get a thrill out of it. There is no gender, there is no sex to these 4 types. All sex, all sexual orientations fit these 4 types. It don't matter if you're a man or a woman. There's the ones that's fed up and they cheat. There's the ones that's vengeful and they cheat. There's the ones that play with house money and they cheat. And they're the ones that are thrill seekers and they cheat, who just to see if they could get away with cheating. Now let me break down the fed up one. So the fed up one is usually someone who either you keep on arguing with them or they keep on bringing up issues to you. You don't address the issues, you don't do anything about the issues or whatever like that. And, they're just fed up. They're fed up with the arguments. They're fed up with, you not doing nothing about what they try to correct you on and stuff like that. You keep on fighting with them about it. So they just over it. They don't give a fuck no more. And that's why they cheat. All right, because a lot of times when we get into a relationship, in the beginning, there's a lot of sexual energy, a lot of attention, there's a lot of emotion in the middle. There's a lot of emotion in the beginning, a lot of seductive energy. And then what happens is, because you're not the exact same person, there's going to be things you disagree on. There's going to be things that you don't like. There's going to be issues that you have. And depending on how you both handle them, somebody or both people will be fed up. And the thing is that a lot of times, because of either what you share, convenience, or just because someone is afraid of confrontation or doesn't want to deal with the whole breaking up thing, nobody breaks up and just stick around with each other. What happens then is that other people become more attractive. Once you feel other people are becoming more attractive in your relationship, right? At the beginning, you were all about that person, and then little by little, other people become more attractive. Usually that means either you're fed up, you're close to being fed up, or something like that. So you could do either one or 2 things. You could either get some space or you could break up. Either way, there needs to be some type of detachment for a sec. Now, I'm not saying get some space and then go fuck other people, whatever like that. Nah, I'm just saying if addressing issues isn't working, sometimes you gotta let people go so they could grow. Don't burn your bridges. Once you cheat, you burn a bridge. All right? You keep burning bridges, you're gonna end up on an island. But all bridges need maintenance. All bridges, no matter how strong they are, what they made of, eventually they all need maintenance. So sometimes that bridge you have with somebody just needs maintenance. And that maintenance just means giving them some space or giving yourself some space. So that's the fed up one. Now there's the vengeful one, right? This is someone who has been done dirty, either by the person they are currently with or someone they're with in the past, or they're holding on to the pain of someone else. So let's say, your homegirl, your homeboy, whatever like that, a family member, something like that, keeps getting cheated on by a man or woman, doesn't matter. And you're listening to music about cheating, you're watching movies about cheating, and you keep harboring those emotions towards the opposite sex. Like, damn, like they're gonna cheat anyway. You feel hurt, even though it didn't even happen to you. And you just hold on to those feelings, you don't get over it. So then you cheat just out of like vengefulness towards the opposite sex. Or if it happened to you, if your ex cheated on you, and then now when you're with a new person, you're like, I'm gonna cheat on them before they cheat on me. That's stupid. You're just giving yourself a cycle of pain. The worst thing you could do to someone else is what hurt you. Because there's two types of inflictions, right? There's two types of ways of justice. Because everybody wants justice. People want payback, so people don't fuck with you. So it's either you do it in the moment, you don't think about it, it's a reflex, you do it in the moment. That's different. People could respect that. Or you let it go and you move on, all right? You move on and you elevate. The best revenge is massive success. So sometimes the best thing you could do when someone cheats on you is to just get with somebody better than them. That's it. Better yourself and get with somebody better than them. Don't stay with them and cheat on them, because now you're just creating a cycle of cheating. Cheating is always going to be painful depending on your point of view on cheating, all right? Some people have an open liberal mindset. They have an open relationship, so they don't even consider things cheating. Everybody's just fucking each other. But if cheating does bother you, the worst thing you could do is cheat on the person you're with or cheat on the next person before you feel they cheat on you. Just stay loyal. Remember, loyalty is part of royalty, even though being loyal doesn't make you royal. It's all about what are you loyal to. Be loyal to the principle of being loyal, all right? So that has to do with vengefulness. Now, the next one is playing with house money. Both sexes do these things, like I say. You can't say, oh, that's what guys do. Oh, that's what girls do, all right? Now, guys like to accuse women of this a lot because women are hypergamous. Hypergamy just means that women, they marry up. Women want a man who's richer than them, bigger than them, stronger than them, faster than them, better than them. That's why women usually are attracted to older men, because older men are usually more successful. They've achieved more. They've done more. They have more knowledge. They have more wisdom, right? That's just how hypergamy works. Okay, so usually when women cheat, men feel that it's because they're playing with house money. But men do it too. When our needs are met. So for women, a lot of times it's financial needs. When her needs are met and a guy covers all the bills, everything is paid for, she doesn't have to worry about money. She doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to and stuff like that, right? Sometimes that's when she notices what she really wants in a man. And before, she had to take care of a need. Money was a need she had to take care of. So she got with a guy who took care of that need. But now that need is taken care of, now she has a new need. It's probably a sexual need. Maybe the man that she's with now doesn't please her sexually. Maybe he's not physically attractive. He's not seductive or anything like that. He's probably too busy making the money to cover her need. So what does she do? Plays with house money. She already has a need met. So now she could go to the places, do the things that put her around the men that she does want to have sex with, that she does want to be around, that she does find seductive. Now she could be around them and those men don't have to do much for her. So she feels like she can get those men easier. And that's playing with house money. Same thing with guys, right? Guys, our basic need is sex. So dudes will get with a girl for sex. Usually is like an easier girl, whatever like that. Just a girl who really likes them. But you know, if you haven't become the man you want to become yet, then the girl you get with, usually a girl who you feel is with a lower version of yourself. And you feel like a more attractive girl wants a higher version of yourself. So once you got your sexual needs met and you're not thirsty now, you don't put off that energy no more, you notice also that girls find you more attractive. Girls tend to like guys in relationships more, married men and all that shit. Because, like I said in my other video, women a lot of times go by social acceptance. They go by what other girls like, what other girls approve. They see what you do for another female and they want that. Men want a woman's body. Women want the other woman's place. A guy just wants to trespass. A girl wants the crib. So a lot of times guys will just use the girl they're fucking and shit like that, the girl they're in a relationship with, to then go after girls who are more attractive, who they find more sexually attractive, and they could shoot whatever shot they want. They could take their time. They could be super aggressive, super confident, because they have guaranteed pussy. So they're not moving scared. They're not worried about if she dubs them or whatever like that, because they got guaranteed pussy in the crib. So that's what playing with house money does. Then there's the thrill seekers. This is why you got to be careful if you're overly protective, overly possessive, right? Overly jealous. You have men and women, right? I'm gonna start with the women. You have the women who they are with a guy who's very violent, very jealous, very possessive, right? And for them is a thrill to cheat and see like, all right, if they catch the guy, then the guy gets hurt, whatever like that, she gets a free show. If they don't catch the guy, then she gets like a little, adrenaline boost just from getting away with it, from being with somebody dangerous that she shouldn't cheat on, and then she gets away with cheating. It's just like it's like a movie thrill. Same thing with dudes. If you're with a girl who always checking your phone, always checking your IG, checking your Facebook, doing all this and that, asking you mad questions, always worried about cheating and shit like that, a lot of times it's a thrill to cheat on her now. Like now, you just want to see you get away with it. She already thinks you're doing anyway. She's doing all this shit. Now you just want to cheat because she's putting up all these barriers and you just want to like break through the barriers. Same thing with the possessive, jealous guy. People just want to break through the barriers. Nobody wants to feel trapped or locked in. So they seek the thrill of cheating. So be careful, be mindful of all those things. Be mindful if a person's fed up. Be mindful if a person is vengeful. Keep your eye on that. Be mindful if a person likes to play with house money, meaning like you see now that they feel like they got you, you're fulfilling their needs. Are they flirtier now? Are they more aggressive? Are they more something towards the opposite sex? That's how you know somebody likes to play with house money. Or a thrill seeker. If you are overly possessive, overly jealous, you're always checking shit, you don't trust them, people will cheat just out of that. So be mindful of that as well. And be mindful if you're with somebody like that also, because you might get the urge to cheat. Anyways, your bro, the God, that's cheating. Hopefully y'all stay away from that. The best thing to do when you get cheated on, or if you feel someone is cheating, is to just leave them and better yourself and elevate. Now, of course, you're going to feel all these kind of emotions and shit like that, that you got to deal with. But the best way to get over a cheater is to get with someone who's loyal, or is just to get back to being loyal to yourself. If someone cheats on you, you probably cheated on yourself first. So be loyal to yourself. Don't cheat on yourself. All right? It's your bro, the God. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.